Alright, time to get this shit over with. It's fucking garbage. so, 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 I can't fucking stop laughing. But nah, this is the start of my fucking show. I'm gonna talk shit, per usual. I made this because I ramble a lot, and I was like, fuck it, I could get paid off it. So, I'm gonna figure out the logistics of it. I'm on my phone now. Whatever. Fuck. This is my first one where I'm on video. I did a couple of podcasts and shit. Never been on video. Never really here. I did one the other day, but that was a whole nother subject, whole nother motherfucking thing. Today I want to talk about accountability though. And this might be a boring subject for you fucking mouth breezers, you people fucking that watch Jerry Springer and Maury, the people that the type of girls that go on that show 30 times and be like, he's definitely the father. 1,000,000% he's the father. No matter what, he's the father on everything. And then they run backstage like, I'm a whore. They got to deal with the reality of a situation. And this kind of points to a baby mama, but in the news, and it's some funny ass shit. Because it's only funny. It's never serious. I was looking at the Iggy Azalea Playboy Cardi situation. And it was funny because I have 90 sisters. I was born, I was the only boy. It's very hard on me. I'm taking the rings off, but it was very hard on me growing up. Having to tolerate it. And basically I was listening to their opinions, and for some reason, no matter what happens, they kind of take the side of not the man. It's a situation where no matter what's going on, it like context doesn't matter. Like when you're talking about like a lot of females, and this is not like to slight them, there's just like a thing I've seen in society with some people, and it's just this one situation. But in this situation with Playboy Cardi, you got them Iggy Azalea. It was actually Christmas, which is, god damn, it's February already. It's nigga month. It's the month they made for niggas. But back then, he dropped his album. He's been waiting for years to drop. And coincidentally, then she wants to mention that he's a deadbeat dad. He ain't shit on Christmas. He didn't see his kids. All this fucked up shit, right? And on my mind, how I'm thinking about it, I'm like, is that the first time? Because it's a lot of people that ain't shit. It's a lot of dads that ain't shit. It's a lot of women that ain't shit, men that ain't shit, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not trying to break it down and just make everything equal, but I'm saying that when you're in a situation with somebody for years, and with context, she was with A$AP Rocky, and before she said, I think she was like Swaggy P or something. It was like NFL players. She just jumping around from nigga to nigga. She was on some Kim Kardashian shit to a lower extent. She didn't get as rich. And she was fucking A$AP Rocky, which is Playboy Cardi's friend, who directing videos in videos showing him the game type shit. And now she's with him, but it is whatever. He was with her for a minute before she even got famous for fucking fancy. For that bitch. Before she got fancy. So in context, then she started fucking his friend. And now basically it didn't pan out how she wanted to. And coincidentally, when she's dropping a project, then she wants to talk shit about him. Talk shit about, oh, Playboy Cardi's a deadbeat. He ain't shit. He's an ain't shit dad, et cetera, 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 et cetera. All I have to say about the situation and accountability, which I want to be my topic as much as I could stay on it. I don't know how well I'm going to stay on it. I don't know. If I could do it. If I can't. It is what it is. But for the accountability of the situation, when I'm thinking about context, when I'm thinking about a situation, if somebody would have just told me, okay, he's a deadbeat, the number one thing you should always do, question what the situation is. Question the intent of the person telling you the story. Question, is that really verbatim what happened? Where are they getting this information? If she's tweeting it, did somebody hack her Twitter? It's a lot of situations that it could be. If she's really saying that, why is it coincidentally when his album's dropping? And also, is this the first time he's been an ain't shit dude? Is this the first time, and y'all ever knowing each other? Is this the exact first time that he, if on Christmas when he had his newborn son, when he's not giving a fuck, was that the first time? Or was it okay, this is the time that I got mad because I didn't get the shit that I wanted, or the shit that somebody told me that I was gonna fucking get, that I never got, that I keep expecting even though I've never seen it, and I'm upset about it, and I see that this is important or it could be important. Let me shit on it because it didn't go my way, because they didn't do what I said, because whatever the situation is. And I'm saying, for instance, that could be a thought process. To me, if you have a baby mama, you have somebody in your life, you have a woman, if she makes the decision that, okay, she's going to go public about y'all situation, same as child support, same as if y'all get divorced, same as y'all get married in a court, nobody should really know y'all situation other than her and you. But if y'all in a situation where she goes, okay, I'm going to put y'all business in the street, especially if you're on Twitter, social media, all that type of shit, saying to your deadbeat dad, the one thing people don't understand, and this is accountability. Accountability is, who'd you pick? Are you mad at him because you picked him and he isn't what you thought he would be? Are you mad at him because you picked him, you thought he would change? Are you mad at him just for the kid? Or are you mad at him because your own expectations got fucked up? Which you believe should happen didn't really happen. What you expected to happen, what you were told, the dream that you were sold, you're going to be this fairy tale princess, or really he's going to be a wife. You're somebody's girlfriend who had a baby with him. In the reality of the situation. But is that the expectation? Is that why you bring it up? This is what I mean by responsibility and intent. Because if you're going to go to social media, you're going to talk shit about him being a deadbeat. At what point in time are you going to say, I picked the deadbeat? The fairness of a situation. If you in the hood at 3 a.m. in the morning, a motherfucker go and stick you up, and you know it's the hood. And if you don't know it's the hood, you should get the information. But if you know it's the hood, you might know this might not be the best, like the best location. At what point are we going to say, okay, he's fucked up, but this is where I fucked up? These are the two sides of the fucking coin. I'm learning more and more that more situations aren't just one side. Right and wrong is subjective, but both people have right in what they're saying. So he might be a deadbeat. She might pick a deadbeat, but one thing that nobody says is it's a deadbeat situation. This is something I was talking about the other day, but it could be a deadbeat ass nigga. Never see his kids, never do shit for him, never even give a dime. Pull up, Hennessy weed, skeet, leave. 3 times. And then in the situation, she's frustrated about what happened. But the accountability isn't, this is where I fucked up, this is where he fucked up, and this is where I'm going to go, is fuck that nigga, child support. And in some cases, it can be useful. I believe that they introduced that, like a lot of systems they introduced in America, to split families apart, specifically melanated families. But it is what it is. The situation is a situation. But the accountability of a situation is saying, this is where I fucked up. This is something I fixed. This is the totality of a situation. If we're going to blame, in America, we're going to blame Donald Trump, we also have to look at who put him in office. What system is in place? What electoral college is in place that allow him to be in office? Do we read the Constitution to see that, the right to bear arms is for situations where we have a tyrannical government? Are we going to complain? Are we going to take action so that something else can happen? Because there's a lot of people that complain. They don't have accountability. They don't think about, okay, what's the other side of an argument? Other than how I feel, my emotions, what other perspective could the other person have? If I'm going to have a conversation with somebody, what are they thinking? What do they want out of this? What are they buying? In life, you're always buying something. You're buying some ideal. You're buying some concept. You're buying something. What are you buying? What are you trying to attain? What are you trying to get? Not everybody has that ideology. They think, I like a PS5. Anybody who don't got a PS5, they're stupid. But really, Xbox can have better graphics, better games, whatever. Just for example. But when you don't look at life in totality, when you look at situations in bite-sized minutes, when you look at it in Instagram clips on your phone, oh shit, Instagram, Snapchat and shit. But when you look at things in bite-sized pieces, you don't get the totality of a situation, which would be context. You only get your emotional state, but your emotional state is important. But also there's billions of people on this fucking planet. I done broke some shit. It don't make sense for you to try to weigh every situation based off of your emotional state. And it's fine to look at that. That's part of the totality and accountability of a situation. But you can't just look at, oh, this didn't go how I wanted, so this is how I'm going to deal with the situation. It's 100% you. I ain't do shit. It's you. Donald Trump, you. Or if you look at the voting system, you get educated on the shit. It is what it is. He really don't control that much shit. He worked for the people that control the world. If we really break it down and we really understand what the Constitution says, what the president's role is, that's what the president does. The president works for the people that own the banks. That's what his job is. His job is to make them happy, to make sure that all the other countries, nobody's really fighting. They don't want fighting. To make sure that people are divided between men and women, which is why these type of moments happen, because it's an unrealistic viewpoint. The people that aren't in charge, so they have to make sure that there is disorder and chaos, old versus young, men versus women, young women versus old women, black versus white, even with Asian people, Japanese versus Chinese, Indian. I don't know there's like the full struggle, but I'm saying that it has to be division, because you can't run intelligent people that are intelligent, people that understand what's going on, they research, they're not just going to take things at face value. I know somebody who watches every news channel. Now, I love Fox. I love CNN. They're going to watch every news channel because they want to have the right information. They're going to read articles. They're not just trying to take it in their emotional state. They're not just trying to be entertained. They're trying to be enlightened. So that's part of accountability, though. And when you look at a situation, you shouldn't be looking for, how do I justify what I think? When you look at it, you can have your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. It could be fair, but if your opinion is illogical or it doesn't make sense in the totality of what the fuck is going on, it's not like you're wasting your time to have your opinion. It's not like your opinion is wrong, but you should substantiate that with some sort of logic if you're going to argue it. And you should try to educate yourself in every step you can, which is what I'm saying in the Iggy Azalea, Playboy Cardi situation. It's kind of ridiculous to me. Like, why is that bitch? And I'm gonna try to dumb this shit down a little bit. But if you a bitch and you pick a nigga and he's the deadbeat, you a bum bitch too. If you talk shit about him being a bum ass nigga, you a bum ass bitch. That's the reality. Now, not everybody sees it that way, but that's bum bitches. Real motherfuckers, people that really are about something, they might have said, damn, I really want to talk to that girl. And then you see that and go, ooh. So if I don't do what she says, and even if you're justified in that emotion, but how do I know you're not going to do that about anything? You went to public with some shit because that's how you feel about the situation. Even if this person could explain everything they was going to do, they could just left you dry, but you made certain decisions that you have to be accountable for what you did, for what you made the decision to do, for what you thought was the best decision at the time. You have to think critically about what the fuck you did. Something I have to do. Everything that I do that's stupid, I have to think about it. I'm trying to think of an example that's not going to fuck my life up. Oh, perfect. So I was in school, right? And it's something that I have to think about, and that educated me too, because it was a failure in a way. So in my first couple years of college, I wasn't fucking up that bad, but this is like before I even really started. And you know, you get fast food, you get student loans and shit. I got it. I was like, I'm gonna be the next rap superstar. I was like, I gotta get a mic. I had a mic. You need more mics. Oh man, it's a tube mic. It's on Amazon. It'll come in 2 days. And basically, it's just a string of bed. Well, I got to get the $80 cable. The $80 cable was the greatest. Now, not getting a MacBook. I don't know why I didn't do this. I never got like the really nice equipment. I got a bunch of like piece. Like, oh, it's only 200. So after you run through $4,000, you got to go to school. Or actually, no, you run through most of it. Then you pay for school. Then you pay for books and gone. And it's fucking funny. But I will say I fucked up. I didn't know. But now when I get money, see, I have what's called a money card. Nicki Minaj and Safari mentioned this before. Well, from that experience, and of years of fucking my money up, like years of just having like, damn, I got $1 left, and I don't know how the fuck I figured that out, just making it stretch. But after years of that, I said, well, actually, after I bought everything I wanted, once you buy everything you want, it's nothing really to get. But after years of fucking off money, making bad decisions, you like, why am I buying that? I don't need a $20 meal when I don't gonna remember it. I might as well get like 5 or 10, or I might as well get fruit so I can fucking remember. I got chinky eyes. That's funny. But I might as well get fruit. I might as well get some shit that's going to at least help my body that don't cost as much. If it costs more, it's substantiated by something. Because I don't want to be fat. I don't want to fucking lift my shirt. I don't want to have fucking triple D titties and shit. I don't want to be sexy like a bitch. I'll be sexy like a nigga. Sexy niggas is thin. I'm saying if I was to say, I'm not talking about nobody else. Pause. But I had to be accountable for the money. I'm admitting I made a mistake. And then from the mistake, I learned, let me not fuck my money up no more. Let me have what I have now, which money card. When I go to swipe, it don't matter what it is. I bought a car this week. It wasn't the most money I ever spent. But I swiped it. I don't even look at the amount. I swipe and I'm like, do I have to put the fucking pin in? I'm hitting the keypad, doing credit, debit, whatever the fuck I'm doing. But I just stashed the money. What am I going to do with it? It's in a safe, it's in the bank, and I might do the fucking Bitcoin shit. I don't know. Motherfuckers, hit me in the goddamn comments. Let me know what the fuck y'all talking about. Like this goddamn garbage shit. I don't know where I'm going to post this. I'm probably going to post it everywhere, but just fuck with your boy. I'm starting off. I'm trying to get to the right place. I'm trying to advance myself. I got 16 minutes in. I got 4 more of those. I can fucking do this shit. But accountability, blah, 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 blah. But to be accountable for something, to move forward in a situation, to learn from a situation, you have to admit you're wrong. When I'm doing DoorDash, it's a great example because in COVID, I've been blessed. I've been blessed with the opportunity to just still feed myself and feed my soul. Have something to do during the daytime. But if I want to make, let me not use real values. If I want to make X amount of dollars, or I don't want to make X amount of dollars, it's 100% on me. If I don't know how the system works that day, because it's always changing, it's always some weird shit that's on me. If I don't practice and be out there all the time and I don't make the money that I want to make, it's on me. Like any job, it's on me. But to learn some shit, I had to say it's on me. What don't I know that I could figure out and learn about a situation to the point where you can start making more money doing this shit? Okay, with mileage, do you get paid more for miles? How much? Is it just the listed price? Whatever the fuck the situation is, if you don't know, you have to go figure this shit out. When I'm playing basketball and I'm working on my shot, I wasn't the best shooter. I'm still not the best shooter. I'm still working on the shit. But it's practice, it's form, it's making sure your fucking elbows doing this type of shit. It's make sure your shit makes sense in the context of shooting. If you shoot threes, you're shooting whatever. But you have to practice and you have to practice what you're learning, what you're trying to be accountable for, what your end goal is. You need to have that in your mind, and to fully be accountable, you're admitting what you don't know and researching and trying to learn it so you can get closer to your goal. If you say, it's some people say they want to have a 6-pack, but you say, I want to have a fucking 6-pack, and then you got a fucking some Lay's chips all on your fucking stomach while you're playing fucking Madden again, and you're fucking damn near homeless. Where's the accountability of that? How are you going to get the 6-pack? You want to look a certain way. You have an idea about it. You at least want to be healthy, but you're eating starch. You're sitting down. You're not being accountable. I know it's people's going to fucking, they'll be mad about it. They're going to tune out, whatever the fuck. I'm sexy again. I've started eating fucking fruit. I look good. Look at my fucking skin and shit. Fucking hair's growing and shit. Teeth look white. I got a gap. I don't care. What I'm saying. But I ordered the braces shit because I know I got a gap and I don't give a fuck because it is what it is. Now I'm glad my shit ain't fucking yellow, but it's people that will say I want this, but they don't want to take that fucking stride. In the first situation, I brought up the Iggy Azalea Cardi Playboy. I forgot his fucking name. If you say you want somebody that you have a relationship with, and really all relationships are the same. It's just you might be around that motherfucker more. It might be a little bit more intense. It's whatever the fuck, but every two individuals are different. To piece some shit together, y'all got to figure out what both of y'all want. Be honest about it, and then you got to figure out what the fuck, how y'all gonna get wherever the fuck y'all trying to go. But there has to be some honesty with yourself to another person, and the only way you can do that is to be honest with yourself, which is where the accountability, blah, blah, blah comes in. For you to get to the fucking shit you want to get to, it's the accountability. It's on some level, being honest so that you can move forward and get to the shit that you want to get to. I had other shit written down, other fucking subjects and such. Yeah. What else is fucking going on? It's fucking, oh yeah, fucking Trump versus Biden. See, this some shit. I was going to say this for a podcast, but I don't give a fuck. I do what I want. Or the other podcast, TTN podcast, best podcast in the world. It's something else. It kind of streams off accountability, but it's kind of like for the American public, right? Are we going to continue to complain and then go, we need somebody else? Are we going to actually, especially like niggas, people's skin tone darker than mine, or my fucking skin tone, not that much lighter, because, you know, it's Steph Curry. But I'm saying that if you a nigga, when you make the decision that, okay, I'm sick of Trump, I'm sick of the last president, I'm sick of the president before that, at what point in time are we going to actively say, let's not try to find a replacement in that context? Let's not go within a system that has never cared about you. It's like even the Tuskegee experiments, they don't explain slavery to you. They don't explain where you really came from. They don't explain most of history before the 1700s, 1800s, because niggas was running shit before that. But they expect for some reason for you to vote, and it's not really clear proof of what your votes have done, especially on a presidential level, because most of those people is, soon as the election's over, it's over. They're looking at the news. They're searching everything. They want Trump out of office. But why? There's a lot of people that don't even know what he does. They assume all this type of shit about Trump. They talk shit about Trump, but it's like they don't even know. Now, I'm not defending him. He's fucked up in his own ways, but I'm saying that it's the same as the people that say, I'm going to heaven. I'm doing all the Bible shit. And if you question something, especially in church, if you question anything in church, they're going to act like you a fuck nigga. They'll be like, nigga, get the... Be the pastor about to punch you in the face instead of really enlightening you, bring you information. They want you to read between, can you go to verse 7, page 285? I don't even remember that fucking dumb church shit. But they want you to read the one thing they read, and they're going to go for 90 minutes. They're going to go crazy. They're going to do James Harden numbers on this subject, on this one subject, the one little quote in the Bible. They're going to break that shit down to death. But at what point in time are we going to say, okay, in the Bible context, okay, that sounds cool, but can I read the page before that and the page after that? And if I have questions, if we go to Bible study, can you stop selling me ideas? Can you sell me, not even sell me, can we break down what it literally means on some basis? If it's a book, we could look up the definitions of the words, the timing that it was written and everything, the etymology, to find, okay, this is what this means. And really, a lot of Christians should be reading Hebrew or the original language the Bible is written in, or it doesn't really make sense. But regardless, if we're making the decision, though, for people that stand on the Bible, but they only go on those bite-sized clips, they're not going to take the extra measures, they're not going to really break this down, they're going to allow somebody else, ergo a president, ergo a senator, ergo a rapper, ergo a celebrity, to speak for them because they are too lazy to speak for themselves and to enlighten themselves. Enlightening means learn some shit, figure some shit out. At what point in time are we going to say, okay, let's get Joe Biden and Kamala in office? At what point in time are we going to say, yeah, we should just stop being fucking stupid. We should research shit before we make decisions. We should stop saying we want reparations and all that shit, which I believe reparations can happen, but what happened to the $1,200 checks? What happened to the unemployment niggas is getting? Niggas spending on weed, whole Hennessy, girls spending on acrylic nails, eyelashes, weave, whole Hennessy. But it's people that you have every opportunity in the world to be successful, but you're not being accountable about your own fucking actions. What you're doing is you're blaming other people, you're blaming the government, you're blaming Trump for what the fuck is wrong in your life. But really, what was your life like before that? Especially grown people, people that was older. What was your life like before that? Did Obama really change your life that much? Did Bush change your life that much? Or are you letting the outside factors that are going on fuck with your head? Where you feel like, okay, I'm fucking up. This is, man, oh my God. It's all Donald Trump's fault. What he's saying is the worst shit in the world. Even the nation's capital shit, which I seen that. And my number one question was, did they set that up? Because it's very coincident. Like, it's a coincidence that at the end of the election, that now it's all these Trump people that were, it was policemen in that fucking bunch, which are government employees, but it's motherfuckers like that are a part of that whole fucking garbage ass walking into the Capitol, which is really, is pale privilege. It's albino privilege. They can do what they want in this country because it was made for them. If you look up the Benjamin Franklin shit, he was like, we escaped the tawny, which just means light skin. The tawny shit in Europe, because there was a bunch of niggas around, the fucking white bitches, and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It was a bunch of niggas. It's documented. It's not even some shit you can really argue. It was like, we want our own fucking country. We're tired of these fucking niggas being great at everything. We got our own shit. If you research that Benjamin Franklin and all the motherfuckers, they really study under what they call the motherfucking savages, which just mean you don't do what the fucking motherfuckers say. I'll look up savage, but they studied under what they call the savages was the so-called Native Americans, which native just means you from a motherfucking place. But a motherfucker, okay, what the fuck is this shit from? But motherfuckers that don't do what the fuck you talking about. God damn it. Okay, this is the actual definition of savage, but they studied under them. Our government is based off of what the fuck they talking about. If they wouldn't have witnessed the first trades that the United States did, we're not really a country. And if you call them a savage, they only got the 13 colonies at first because those were the first deals they did that they fucked up. They really fucked the niggas on because they were supposed to get a whole lot more out of it. But they had a whole other side of the country that they was doing deals with France and fucking Europeans to fucking get their shit right, where they was getting shit. So I don't call them savages, which savage means by definition. This is the whatchamacallit, like the barbarian, uncivilized, that type of shit. It means without civilizing influences, meaning, and if we go to civilized, barbarous, not past civilized, blah, 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 blah. Civilized. God damn it. See, this is the only thing about dictionary. Sometimes the shit cannot be what I want it to be on the fucking podcast when I got shit to do. But basically, what's a civilian? If we break down what a civilian is, it's somebody who lives and does shit that's regular. Like they're just ordering motherfucker, pay their taxes, do all type of shit. But essentially, if you a savage, if you're not a civilian, if you that type of shit, you're a motherfucker to do what the fuck you want to do. I forgot the main point is I've lost myself. But essentially, they don't tell you about the whole country. They don't tell you about your motherfucking history. They don't tell you a bunch of shit. So at what point in time are we going to go, let's research this shit. Let's read about this shit. Let's learn about this shit. And at what point are we going to go, okay, let's stop blaming Trump. Let's stop talking shit about motherfuckers without getting some due diligence, taking accountability, saying what we don't know, going to get information, and all that type of shit. At what point are we going to do that? At what point are we going to say, okay, our community are fucked up. It's really not nobody else's, or there are things influencing the situation. The Caucasian privilege, or when people are showing up to the nation's capital, which has happened before, but it's never been no niggas. If it was a nigga to try to walk up them goddamn steps, it'd be fun fucking Uzis, assault rifles, goddamn all the shit in the world. But we look at that situation, we say that's fucked up. And as regular people, we can say that, but at what point are we going to be motherfucker critical of ourselves for going, man, that's fucked up. But I'm going to listen to rap. I'm going to listen to people that instead of communicating messages between each other, like our music has always been, which the motherfucking history of the drum, the history of communication, we've always been on that type of shit. We've always been on some sort of higher frequency vibration type shit. Now is, I fucked it in the ass. I fucked it in the ass twice. I fucked it in the ass. It's lit. And the beats, don, don, don. Don't like the same drum pattern. It was Detroit. It's the same piano. It's the same type of shit. But you are basically being put into a thought pattern. You're being programmed to this is good. If it's a girl, she's talking about promoting her goddamn pussy. Even though she's not fucking a regular nigga, she just talking about doing whatever she's doing with whatever dude she believes in. The Iggy Azalea situation. And when it goes bad, fuck him. But it's not to communicate. At what point are we going to be honest and say, yo, as a group of people or as individuals first, on a spiritual level, we are morally corrupt or spiritually corrupt and morally corrupt. At what point are we going to stop blaming Trump? We're going to be accountable for what the fuck we're talking about, accountable for what the fuck we do, and think about what we do, how we're mentioning people, how we even speak to each other before we go to blame everybody about our motherfucking problems, which there are influencing factors. But a lot of that shit could be mitigated. A lot of that shit could be changed. A lot of shit can be rethought of. We could think differently about situations, think differently about what we do if we're accountable for it. If we're thinking about what we're fucking doing before we're doing it. If I get on a skateboard and I never even skateboarded before, and I want to get to a location, it'd be weird if I never researched anything or I didn't even try to do anything different. If I just jumped on and said, go, and I've never done it before. If I've never done it before, it should be trial and error. It should be, I think I've seen somebody kick it before. It could be Google. If you don't want to Google this shit, you could just try different shit. Eventually, you are going to start going forward, but it's going to take you not going, just go. Not just standing on a board and going, this is how I'm supposed to stand, right? This is the only way this shit can go. I'm going to go forward. It's being accountable on some level for your own self as an individual. Then as a group, we can go, okay, let's look at this shit. Let's really break this shit down and then move forward. The educational show. Educational show on a whole bunch of bullshit. The motherfuckers be, if we really break down, it's like distractions and shit. Like when they talk about the COVID vaccine, it's like, I haven't seen anybody take that and be cool. Like I'm not going to try to get too deep into the conspiracy theory shit, but it's just look up the motherfuckers that took it and what happened to him. Even Hank Aaron, like he was an old motherfucker. He's like 91, but dead. That's how you know this shit fucked up. This nigga OJ took that shit. That nigga who is old. Now, matter of fact, he 1 and 2 for cases. He lost the civil case. He lost the case to send him to jail, which was some bullshit. But he won the one that really mattered and counted. And you know, it's actually a double standard in that shit too. Everybody says that OJ did it. I think he's fucking retarded. Because if I ever killed a bitch and got away with it, I wouldn't make a book about it. That's the dumbest shit in the world. But for OJ, for his situation, for what he was accused of doing, what he might have done, whatever the fuck the situation was. If he's acquitted in court as a nigga, as somebody with dark skin, melanated brother, quote unquote, even though he might add Caucasian, even though he said he's not black, which if you look up the meaning of the word black, it's not what motherfuckers say. That's when motherfuckers change the meaning of words. When it's convenient for Caucasian people. That's what the fuck happens when you say that black is a whole nother thing than what we've always been. But whatever. Even though OJ say he's not black, all that type of shit, and he might not be around niggas like that. At the end of the day, he's you. At the end of the day, he's not them. It's just like people that don't like their dad, don't like their mom, don't like their family members. You're them. You on their motherfucking team, whether you like it or not. Y'all are on the same team. Y'all are the same motherfuckers. Y'all not on some different team shit. Y'all not on some holy, okay, this motherfucker is motherfucking. He ain't on our fucking team. He with them. That don't mean that he's with them. That don't mean that if y'all go to war right now, these niggas got your back. They gon' motherfucking, y'all back to back trying to make shit happen. Don't mean that they gonna do that for a nigga in the OJ case. But my only point being, we do on some level need to come together, because when that motherfucker get acquitted, everybody's cool with it. But for some reason, all niggas want to say that OJ still did it. But when it's like Ben Roethlisberger, it's a quarterback, and I might be wrong about the name, but it is a quarterback. or motherfucking NFL. It's a couple of NFL players actually that when they do something and they are not dark skinned, it goes under the light. Niggas don't talk shit about it. But when niggas do something, oh man, what he did was the worst shit in the motherfucking world. It be niggas talk shit about people that look just like them. The same, not that different from the rappers that basically talk about killing motherfuckers that look just like them. And then you find out they didn't do shit. They ain't bust 2 grapes. It's the same thing. It's not really that much different. It's the same type of energy. It's the same manipulation. It's the same type of, I'm going to fuck with your head on some motherfucking stupid shit. But collectively as a group, for accountability, it's the topic. I think I'm doing pretty good. Accountability. You can't be accountable and say, okay, all niggas got to come together, but fuck him on a very real level. And we can't go, okay, we're going to have a double standard where we're never going to talk shit about the Caucasian people to do it. We not going like whatchamacallit, like Shaq and Kobe, right? When they was in the prime of their careers, they was in really great condition. Motherfuckers that have won NBA championships, MVPs, finals MVPs type shit. A nigga named Steve Nash, and this is my opinion. People that told me it's wrong. They said Phoenix offense scored the fastest in the whole. They didn't get no fucking rings. But when Kobe fucking Bean Bryant was playing the game of basketball, when Shaquille O'Neal, I would take Paul Pierce before I take fucking Steve Nash. All me. Ain't nobody else's. All me. I would take Paul Pierce before I took Steve Nash. And that's not trying to shit on him. He bigger, but it's a certain hypocrisy in them getting that over niggas. And I've heard Shaq hint at it, but he didn't say that shit the same way the other day. This motherfucker Shaq, he told a nigga, you ain't shit. No, he said somewhere, he was like, yeah, you're not superstar material. He didn't offer anything. He didn't offer a way he didn't offer a way to fucking be a superstar. He just said like, no, you just got to get on a team with Kobe. You gotta get around D Wade. Just don't go in the shower with him. He didn't do that. He just basically shitted on him. But he ain't shit on Steve Nash, and I seen what the fuck happened. I see he be telling Charles, shut the fuck up. And I'm not trying to shit on Shaq. I'm trying to make an example out of it. But I see how you talk about him and how poised he is in different situations. He don't talk to Ernie like he talked to goddamn Charles Barkley. And I'm not dumb. I see the type of shit. But that's the average shit. The average shit is these people have power over me. Let me not do some wild shit. And there is truth in that for some people that do believe that or that act in that way. It is a reasoning behind why you're going to go no. Because really, if you go to court, it's a situation where you don't know the law or you don't have the shit set up. You fucked. You know, if you know niggas, like George Zimmerman, he a fuck nigga, but his dad a judge. The same reason why Trump can do whatever he does to women. He's talking about grabbing them. It's just like a, a district judge or some shit like that. If you know somebody in the legal game, it don't matter what skin color you are. You can, as long as they don't know somebody bigger up, you motherfucker, you good. But the average motherfucker, we talking about fairness, it's not fair. The qualified immunity of police get is not fair. They don't get the constitutional right to be judged by a jury of their peer. Most niggas that they do whatever they do to in certain situations, they don't get that shit. And I can understand you knowing that system and you traversing the system as best you can, trying not to step on toes so you don't have to deal with a whole army and judicial system that's trying to fuck you in the ass. Because really when it come down to it, the real gangsters ain't niggas in the streets, motherfuckers in the courtroom. Because if you a millionaire, they can take all your money. They can send you to jail. They can make up bullshit charges. They can say whatever the fuck they want. And they in cahoots with the motherfuckers that run the media. It's the same people that own the Federal Reserve. Because it's not just some shit the government owns. It's company. And this is, prove me wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's the accountability of the situation for niggas to go, okay, this is fucked up. Let's try to find some sort of middle ground. Let's try to understand the situation. Let's research some shit and let's stop shitting on each other and blaming everybody for it. Let's stop. Okay, we go on Instagram. We trying to get money. We trying to get rich. I got to sign this record deal, nigga. I'm about to buy my mama a house. Why? See, this is some shit I was thinking about. And I really need motherfuckers to talk, because I just added a question to this. If they have all this money for motherfucking unemployment and all this shit, and basically they can make up money at this point. It's not based off gold. It's not based off silver. It's not based off no real shit. It's based off motherfuckers' opinions. And it's based off of what essentially the American public backs. It's not like Bitcoin or one of those. And even those, it's like some imaginary shit. It's not no real shit that's basing it. Like that, like bases like the currency and its worth and all that shit is based off of trade value and what motherfuckers basically accept it to be. Why couldn't they, before this, for the people that was already about to get evicted, the people that was having a hard time, the people, the Americans, life was fucked up before Corona. Why is it they have all this money right now for all the niggas in the motherfucking country to go fuck off on Gucci and all the goofy ass shit, and Caucasian people fuck it off on deviled eggs with camping gear, I like bows, but bows and crossbows and hunting shit. Niggas just buy 9mm. It's no bullets, so they just buying more guns. But I'm saying, all the money that they fuck off, why couldn't they fucking use that before that? Like, to help niggas out? Because niggas fucked up forever. Why do we even have to pay bills? Like, it might sound crazy to some people, but why are we doing that? Why can't it, like, the system in place? It might be some idealist shit to think, okay, motherfuckers don't have to, or motherfuckers ain't, but it's just like, just think about, like, they have all this money. They make up the money. They print the money. They can manipulate the system to do whatever the fuck they want. They do it when they want to make a new law, when they want to drop a new bill, when they want to put a new president in. It's my Chris Rock. But I'm saying that, do you know they could do whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want, but they don't use that money and shit to help niggas. They take out money from other countries and shit, which they're like $1 trillion in debt. Like, how you owe a nigga that much money? If a nigga owed me 20, got nukes? Oh, yeah. That's the end of that shit. But what are they even spending the money on? See, this is a perfect motherfucking joke, because I think Donald Trump, I can see him and Bush, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Obama, they motherfucking, they taking bumps and shit. It's a good shit. I can see them doing that type of shit, or they got the motherfucking, they fucking dope heads. Like, what are you spending that money on? It's a war on terror. Can't y'all use the guns from last year? Did they even got guns over there? Like, I ain't been to Afghanistan. I know what the news showed me. They stopped showing real shit on the news after Vietnam and the civil rights movement and shit, because people were it was getting smarter. They wasn't being dumb no more. They was like, this is wrong. And nobody was fucking with it. So now they show you certain shit. They don't show you a lot of shit. But it's just like, they're borrowing all this money for what? Like, what do they need the money for? What is the money going to, other than their dope fiend habit? Like, what is the money going to? Like, how much does Trump have to pay Melania before we can stop borrowing money? And why is it? Because I found this shit out after you read the Constitution. You learn about that shit. We used to have a say over who we went to war with. We used to have a say over a bunch of shit. Now we don't got to say over nothing. And they can do whatever the fuck they want. But why the fuck? What the fuck? It's just like, why? Why are they allowed to do that? Why don't people say anything? But they want to talk shit about Trump all day. They don't want to talk about the system being fucked up. They want to talk about Trump. They don't want to be, I don't got to say that shit no more, you know what I'm saying? But closing statements. If you're a bum ass nigga, and this is in the woman's favor, because I'll go back on it. If you a dude and you have a girl in your life that's irritating the shit out you, and you call her a bum ass bitch or you mad at her, you got to realize that's who you are too. Anybody that you have around you, anybody that's in your vicinity, your circle, your space, your house, anybody you let alone, that you be alone with, that know, the motherfucker know your name should be a privilege. Everybody should know your name. Everybody should know about you, know your motherfucking situations. Your business shouldn't be out in the street like that. But if you have somebody around you who be on that bullshit, who be acting, perpetrating, doing all this type of shit, you have to be accountable for what the fuck you're doing, and you have to stop blaming her for the fact that You do not know. Well, a lot of people in America, they don't know how to pick the right partner. They don't. They know how to avoid blame and pick the same person. Just somebody who's a little bit different. Not a lot different, just a little bit different. That's the reality for the majority of people. That's what the fuck they do. They pick somebody that's a little bit different. Not really that much different. They seem nice now. They pick a Joe Biden. They pick a Obama. They pick somebody who, it's a fucked up position. We're not fixing ourselves, but this motherfucker gonna fix everything. All the problems, all the shit that's built up, all the resentment that you might have in yourself. You can't blame somebody else for that and assume that a new bitch is gonna fix that. In their favor. Is she a deadbeat mom, which might be like 2-3 of those all of history, but if they are one, if they don't show up to Christmas with their newborn baby, which that sounds nuts for a fucking girl to do that, but if they don't show up to Christmas with their newborn baby, and then you have to take that shit to the chin like a soldier because you picked the bitch. I didn't pick the bitch. I ain't go to the club with you, Nick. For a lot of motherfuckers, I didn't make that decision that you made. I didn't go, yo, I'm a ski nerd. Like I didn't do that. You did, and you had to be accountable for that same shit. The same way if a girl fucks with a nigga who she consider a bum, it's the exact same thing. It's not no different in that. Now there are certain double standards, shit that motherfuckers might have in their relationships need to get broken down. I can't do all this shit in one show. I'm half man, half machine, but I'm not all machine. I gotta sleep. Got shit to do tomorrow. It's 106 and shit. It's not even that late though. 106 ain't that fucking bad. But motherfuckers gotta be real. In the closing statements, I got 15 minutes of closing fucking statements. This nigga, god damn, this nigga beating this girl up. Twitter is nuts. Why can't you just see that shit on the internet? That's fucking insane. Just seeing bitches getting beat the fuck up. What else? What else is going on? Yo. Police just stole $60 million worth of Bitcoin. Man, fuck this shit. I can end this shit on some sports shit because fuck it. What the fuck else I'm gonna talk about? Everybody that don't like the Lakers, I'm very sad to inform you of this. Your team is not gonna beat the Lakers. They're getting another ring. There's nobody else in the league that can really fuck with that team. As long as LeBron stays healthy, AD stays healthy. What else? Who else can really fuck with them? It's LeBron James. He just learned how to shoot threes for no reason. I don't think LaMelo's gonna challenge him yet. He needs some more time. Or Zach LaVine. I don't think that fucking happened. LeBron has proven himself at this point. My real question is, can we consider him in his position? You could already put him fucking high, but I just want to know, is he better than Shaq if he gets the 5th ring? If he gets the 5th ring in goddamn LA, is he better than Shaq? That's all I want to fucking know. But basketball, I don't watch football. It's just fucking goofy. I like basketball. In the finals. See, Western, I already got the Lakers. I don't even like the Lakers that much. It's going to be the Lakers. I don't see Paul George doing that shit. I don't see, because Kawhi is a good player, but I don't see Paul George and Kawhi really pulling it off. It is what it is. I don't really see that shit. Maybe the 76ers. Motherfucking, I think Embiid on that shit. I'm trying to think if I've got the fucking right team in my fucking head, but I'll go Lakers for Western, Eastern Conference. I don't know if Brooklyn, because this is the thing. They could score like a motherfucker, but I don't know if they really gonna get there. Maybe Bucks, maybe. See, this the real question to the motherfucking shit. Who gonna be healthy? And what teams, I think the trade deadline ended maybe today or some shit. When y'all motherfuckers see this shit, it's gonna already be fucking done, but it's just gonna be what really happened in the finals. Who gonna choke? Because Paul George, that motherfucker's amazing in the regular season, but as soon as they start the motherfucking playoffs, Where's playoff P? What, like, how he's never proven he was playoff P, but how's he gonna be on some bullshit? But it's just like I don't see that motherfucker. I don't see that. I don't see a lot of niggas going to the motherfucking playoffs and going crazy or doing a lot of shit. I see LeBron, as soon as he feel like not playing no more, the young niggas can really come up, because what you gonna do? Like, he's LeBron. Like, he's the best. He's arguably one of the greatest players of all time. He's at least, I think, in a respectful top 10. You can put him in the top 10 with a Kareem, with a Magic, with a motherfucking Jordan, because you gotta put Jordan in that motherfucker. Depending on the nigga, you might put Bird in. I don't put him in. Wilt Chamberlain. You got to put LeBron in that conversation, just because statistically you got to do it. We talking about pause, like how he's built. Crazy. Motherfucker don't get hurt. Been playing 18 years. Motherfucker, if you watch like him playing the game, not just, I watch a lot of highlights, but if you don't just watch highlights, come on, man. That nigga, he's different. He's a different motherfucker. He's not a regular basketball player. He's a different motherfucking animal. He's not like a lot of niggas. Now, I don't think he got that killer instinct Kobe got, personal opinion, but for motherfucking the finals, Lakers. Unless LeBron get hurt. If LeBron get hurt, then what's Caruso gonna do? Is he gonna lead the team? AD gonna lead it? He ain't lead goddamn New Orleans. The motherfucking the long shot is fucking Zion and Lonzo. They gonna really change the fucking lead. They gonna get a ring. It could. It could. But Lakers, I got Lakers just because it's LeBron. It's like, what are you gonna do? He's proven. He's proven he can get a ring. He's proven he could beat every other team. He played with bums and role players. Now he doing the Jordan shit of, let me be the best player on my team. But I got niggas I'll pass to, niggas that can make plays, and niggas that are really good role players. And he got AD is like his Scottie Pippen. And AD is extremely effective. Defensively, offensively, that nigga's extremely effective. And I don't think it's really a Rodman, but it's all the rest of role players. Like Tony Kukoc is a role player. Steve Kerr, role player. Motherfucking the nigga with the glasses. I forgot his name. Horace Grant, which is important in motherfucking Jordan dynasty. Role player. You're not Jordan. See, Jordan, defensive player of the year, scoring, fucking champion, motherfucking steals, titles. Like that nigga's not a regular person. Like, all LeBron really has to do if he follows that formula, motherfucking just get role players around you, because you good enough to carry most of the team. You just can't score 60 a night. Like, Carmelo is cool, but Carmelo ain't really a team player in the same way. He's a motherfucker that can score. He a motherfucker that can go on that court and do what he has to do. But he's not the motherfucker that I'll say, okay, this is my team. This motherfucker got the team best interest at heart. I think he's a role player. He's a great role player. But a superstar, a motherfucker that really makes shit happen, that's not what the fuck they do. Magic made sure everybody around him shine. I don't know if Kareem did that the same way, but Kareem scoring, like, that nigga offensively was fucking a dog. Fucking a dog. He was a dog. He was a motherfucker. He was one of them type of niggas. Wilt Chamberlain, one of the greatest players of all time, but really, I'm not going to say he was a bad teammate, but he didn't have the best teams. But it's a lot of niggas that didn't have the best teams that got to a motherfucking championship, got the title. Jimmy Butler almost did that shit last year. And that's why I'm talking about killer instinct, because they shouldn't have got a game. In that motherfucker, in a lot of those series, is like, Lakers let a nigga get a game. They let them kind of play like, you better than them. In my opinion, that's my opinion. When I see LeBron play, I'm like, okay, it's no reason why it's not even a competition. There's no reason why that shit should even be a thing, because that's LeBron James. But it is what it is. Situation to situation. It don't need litigation. And what else? Really it this week. They got the vaccines coming out. It might be mandatory. And I'm gonna be underground like a Ninja Turtle, because I ain't about to do this shit. Nigga, I see Hank Aaron died. OJ took the motherfucking shot, nigga. Nigga Plies took his grill out, then said to take the shot. The same nigga who made Trey Pasha shot. And he didn't show one bitch. That's the funny part. That wasn't famous. He didn't even have no girl in the car. He just talked about how much he liked pussy. but I'm gonna listen to him for medical information. The nigga who made Becky, that's the motherfucker that I'm gonna listen to. Damn, he did make Bust It. I should get this shot. Fucking doctors are saying I take this fucking garbage ass shit. The fuck, man. I'm gonna take the fucking shot. I'm gonna do that goofy ass shit y'all talking about. For what? I think they was trying to get niggas weed. They was trying to get bitches weave and hope. They was trying to do a lot of shit. It was gonna give out free 2K games and shit. Give you a mob player that got max stats. It was trying to do a lot of shit to get niggas to take that dumbass vaccine. Fuck it, nigga. I was sick for a minute. I don't know what it was. About a minute, I mean a day. A day where I was in the bed all day. I ain't do shit. I ain't go drive. I ain't do shit. All I do is sit in the bed and be sad. Like when you think a bitch coming over and she don't. All I do is sit in the bed and be sad. And snotty though. I just gotta add snotty. Not like crying snotty, like a sound sick type snotty. And the only thing that really got me over that shit was just getting the fuck up. I was drinking coconut oil because whatchamacallit, nigga let me know. That's really like some shit. Like, look up coconut oil. Like, you ever think I'm bullshit? Look that shit up. Coconut oil is this shit, apparently. But, motherfucker, I was already drinking coconut oil. I've been on fruits. I ain't been on meat and shit. So, it didn't get out my system immediately. But I was able to get the fuck up, do the shit that I had to do. I just didn't sit the fuck there and die. Because a lot of people they give up hope. They don't want to keep going. So, then they just lay there. They lay there and die, really. And it's fucked up. I don't wish that on nobody. Motherfuckers shouldn't do that, but it's a lot of people that they can't take it. They don't want to fight no more. They just... The Black Panther shit, which is... Motherfucker dead. Motherfucker... Even the CDC, and this is some shit I motherfucker found out. When I looked up like the COVID cases, I think I still got the math on my phone. But I think it was like, I forgot. But it's basically like, let's say for all the COVID cases that ever happened, compared to all the death from COVID, it was only like 0.017%, which is 1%, damn near about to be 2%. And the CDC is saying that like 90% of the cases where people did die is off of pre-existing conditions. And they saying even if you get the vaccine, it's still motherfucking new forms of COVID and shit that's gonna be out there. So, and it's saying, wear 2 masks. This nigga, he made that up on the news like, man, 1 mask is gonna protect you. So if you get a second one, you're not gonna get it twice as fast, huh? I don't fucking get it. But when it all comes down to the motherfucking shit, when it all breaks down, I don't hate nobody because I don't really give a fuck like that. It don't, motherfucker, what you eat don't make me shit. I don't really care. But there isn't enough information out there for motherfuckers to take the COVID shit. If you're trying to take it for your job, I tell you to take it. So after enough people take it and they get sick, and some of y'all motherfuckers gonna die to take that shit. Some of y'all motherfuckers gonna die. But for the people that do, unfortunately, that decide, they made the decision, they gonna take the motherfucking shit, they gonna get the shit out the way. They tired of this whole fucking shit. They tired of watching Netflix. There's no new shows. Let me take this vaccine. And when it all come down to it, when all this shit break down, I'm gonna be pointing like, that's why I ain't taking this shit. That dude, that nigga over there, he's why I'm not taking this. That's the shit I just got to say about that. And what else? Touched a couple things. This first episode, it's probably kinks. It's probably shit. Niggas talking shit. They don't want to hear accountability from shit. They don't want to hear they fucked up. I was fucked up for a while, nigga. Only shit to change that shit was me, nigga. I'm still fucked up in a way. I still got shit that I got to work on. But I don't go to a therapist, nigga. I try to figure that shit out. Because it's cool to motherfucker have somebody, your emotions feel good. This person listening to you. They like, it's okay. It's okay. It's like what your mom do. But it's just like, something do got to happen. It can't all be you just feeling good. It can't all be emotions. It can't all be substantiating your fears. At some point in time, it has to be, well, Corona Brutal, and you saying, I'm fucking up. Let me do better. That's me. That's my own perspective. It's people that have wholly different perspectives. They think they might like therapy more. They might just like talking a little bit more. They might like whatever, but they might not want to change their situation. I'm different. I don't want to be a bum like some of these niggas. Some of these niggas is bums. They fucking their bums. They suck. That's not what I'm on like that. So this has been my podcast. You know, it's real shit going on. Amazing shit at that. And that's basically it. Touched on everything. COVID, accountability, niggas not fucking up. Motherfucker. Stay dark, stay proud, really. Fuck it. I'm out this motherfucker.